All right. Welcome back to Brews and Views on a Sunday afternoon edition. We usually record on Saturday nights, but today is a Sunday. It looks a little different in the room with the light coming through the windows.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah, not as much alcohol flowing.
Yeah. It could be, but
We'll get there.
we might. Yeah, we'll get there. Yeah, Brews and Views. It's been a long week, 2 long weeks. I went back to work. Not you. Cliff been working.
Never stop.
Yeah, I was out of work shape. Yeah, back. Gotta get back into work shape. Body sore, tired, all that good stuff.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a long week. I also want to say rest in peace to Jerry Stiller and Fred Willard.
Oh man.
Yeah. I don't know if you know Jerry Stiller, Ben Stiller's dad, but George Costanza's dad on Seinfeld, one of the funniest characters.
Hold on. Well, yeah, on Seinfeld that one, but on King of Queens, and he is
I like them on there, but I think they're almost the same person.
almost.
Yeah.
But I be dying on King of Queens.
Yeah. He was what, 90 something? Yeah. And then Fred Willard, comedic actor. You seen him on Best in Show, which is a hilarious movie about a dog. You know, it's crazy. And what's the thing with the singing girls with Anna Kendrick?
So with the singing girls?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about. Well, he's a commentator on that, but he's been in a lot of stuff. He passed away too.
I don't know what the singing girls are. Cliff, would you care to comment?
I'm waiting for him to elaborate because I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Girls in college and they sing songs a cappella.
Yeah, nah, I have no idea.
Look that up.
No.
How can I look up though?
Look up Anna Kendrick.
How can you look up singing girls in college? That's not gonna look right on my computer.
Look up Anna Kendrick on IMDb. It's 3 movies. Three movies.
The wife might not like it on my computer if I'm looking at singing girls.
He was funny as hell in there, and he passed away.
That's some explaining to do.
Yeah, I have some explaining to do on this thing.
That's for research purposes. So
I had to use the hidden. Use the hidden folder. Not that I have one of those on here.
Of course not. And why would you? You don't do that kind of stuff.
Yeah. You can neither confirm nor deny the existence of the hidden folder.
That's right. Submit.
Yeah. So,
well,
yeah. What you drinking?
Blue Moon. Blue Moon Belgian wheat. It's my day beer. When it's warm. Yeah, something a little light, but good taste. Orange peel. Belgian style wheat ale.
Right.
There's a whole lot of them like that. This Blue Moon is one of the most popular ones. Yeah.
I think I got a shock top.
Same thing.
Yeah, Belgian white.
Belgian white.
Yeah.
Yingling Golden Pilsner here. You know, something simple.
Mm-hmm.
Soon we'll be attempting to brew our own.
Yeah.
Coming soon.
Coming soon.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it doesn't taste like shit.
Yeah. And if it does, y'all will never know.
Keep the coffee to a minimum over there.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Our engineer's eating his lunch.
So unprofessional.
Oh boy.
Yeah, great.
Happy graduation to him.
Yeah. Graduated high school.
Class of 2020.
Yeah.
Hey.
They had Barack on the jump last night. Barack and LeBron. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I watched some of it.
I know this ain't the topic we was getting into, but did y'all catch the shade from Barack?
I didn't watch enough of it. Did it?
About the current administration.
Yeah.
He said it on the thing last night.
Yeah.
He said it,
Yeah.
but he said it in a way only, really Barack could say it. He said, do what you got to do. He said, and all these adults, that think they know everything. He said, and it's not strength to show. He said it's not weakness to show compassion. And he said some adults, even in high-ranking officials with high-ranking officers, he said that even some of them still act like children. So yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's cool. so I guess it was just a show for just congratulating all the 2020 graduates of all the whole
nation. Because ain't nobody having no graduation ceremony.
No,
Everybody else get to walk.
Turning through, had some people singing and stuff like that. Yeah.
Everybody else get to walk. Ain't no walking.
You know, me personally, if I was now, just give me my damn paper. I mean, I don't need to walk through it. I mean, I know people like that. Just it's a show of look what I did. I passed and all that stuff. But me, did I pass? Did I pass my exams? Does it say something higher than a D on my finals?
That's right.
If it does, give me my paper. I'm out.
Hey, look.
This is gonna help me
Passing
in the
the
next stage
exam
of my life.
when we were in high school. For the three brothers that's sitting here, passing those final exams was an accomplishment. Let's just say that.
Oh man, especially when I don't know, I did not put forth the effort that I did that I should have.
That's what I was giving
My senior year, it was a formality because this was just easy.
But yeah, putting forth the effort and getting it done wasn't exactly my forte. Let me put it that way.
And that is why
Hush,
you had to go to summer school.
Hush you.
Well, three of the exams
Do you have judgment?
Hush you.
I ain't ready to go to summer school.
Yeah,
I did.
hush, yeah. Sometimes people have to do that.
I did one year. Wasn't senior year, but I did have to go once. So.
Don't you worry about it.
I passed three of my exams I aced, and the teachers were upset with me because I failed the class all through the year. And then one of them was like, "We knew you could do it. That's why." Because actually, my A did not take it above failing, but they gave it to me because they knew I could do it to begin with.
Yeah.
But I was so high in those classes that it didn't leave any room for learning.
You're not supposed to say that on camera.
I was high as hell. High as hell. Which I want to talk about. So,
okay, kids.
well,
PSA.
Yeah, okay, kids. We don't
drugs.
condone drugs. Don't do drugs.
You should know by now. We don't have to say.
No, I think you should.
No, we do not have to say. It's 2020.
Don't do
Ain't no
drugs.
kids listening to this anyway.
There may be some, 18-year-olds, some impressionables.
They already get higher than we ever did.
That's true.
Yeah, okay.
I wanted to mention something. That topic we'll talk about in a second, but Craig Hodges getting mad at Jordan for calling out the cocaine use in the locker room. And my thing is, it was the 80s. If you weren't doing cocaine, you was an oddball.
He said you was an oddball.
I mean, baseball, they were smoking cigarettes in dugouts and drinking beer and amphetamines and all this stuff. So for Craig Hodges, I don't know, it's like he didn't want people to know. He didn't mention any names. He just said they was doing coke. I mean, this is the 80s. I guarantee you, if I was grown in the 80s, I'd have been doing coke. For sure. Me, on my job.
Right.
I would, for sure. Just because that's what it was. I mean, that's the...
You had the money.
Yeah, so...
Took care of the sad part is that culture is what got them biased. But
Yeah, it's not a good heart drug.
and I tried to tell the kids, Jordan was nice, but in college, I don't know what he would have been as a pro, but in college, Len Bias was that dude.
Watch that. They showed it on ESPN last week. Maryland versus UNC. Len
Yeah.
Bias and Jordan. Len Bias was that dude, man. Now, I don't know if he had the mind or the killer that Jordan had, but skill-wise,
Man,
yeah.
and anybody that could jump that high and do what he was doing in them little ass shorts. It's a good thing.
He done took the Celtics to. I mean, it was already at a great level then.
And they still had Bird.
Man. Oh man. I think so. The Celtics won 2 championships in the 80s.
I think so.
Yeah, and Lakers won 5. It probably would have been 4-3 or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because Len Bias was that dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, shoot, speaking of Jordan,
Yeah.
that Last Dance Next to the Tiger King is the greatest documentary I've ever seen.
He said next to it got the edge over Tiger King for me.
No, clearly. But I get where he's coming from.
Yeah, we all know she killed her husband.
Oh, they're making a movie. Nicolas Cage is playing him.
No, so she did it.
Oh boy.
It's got my vote. If you looking on the jump, if there's a vote taken,
Oh yeah, we should.
I vote that she did it.
We'll do that next time. We'll break down the Tiger King.
Just to be on the record, she did it.
Carol Baskin did it. I'm making a t-shirt.
Oh, it's already out.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah. We had to get a Brews and Views t-shirt that just says Carol did it.
But Jordan, I mean, people always say he was great because of his skill, but that one thing that he had that hardly nobody else had was that I'm willing to kill and ride you and berate you and just to get it. And from what I've seen, Kobe did have that.
That's what
Because that's why Dwight Howard couldn't take it.
Yeah, that's
Powell couldn't take it at first, but Powell jumped on board, and a lot of players came and left. Kobe had that, and I think as far as other sports, Tom Brady's got that.
Yeah.
Tiger Woods has got that.
A side note on that though in football, because you mentioned Tom Brady. Yes, and Tom Brady has. I take nothing for Tom Brady. I think he's one of the greatest quarterbacks ever. But in football, when you have a quarterback that's that fiery and that demanding, if he's a little darker, he's seen as a problem in football.
I haven't seen. I mean, from who?
Just in general, it's like when you have a really good quarterback, like Warren Moon.
Yeah.
Now, they say Warren Moon was just as fiery and competitive as Tom Brady. He would yell at his teammates. He would do whatever.
That's you're also talking about the '80s too.
Well,
this
true.
is a different time, man.
Well, true.
Bring that shit to the '90s and the 2000s, because the '80s, it's a wonder we had two black quarterbacks then. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
It's a different time.
But I don't know. That's a touchy subject to me because it's like, why is it okay for Tom Brady to yell or sometimes on the sideline look like he's upset or to say
he wins championships.
That's why.
It's not because he's white. Because if we had a black quarterback that won 4 or 5 championships, they wouldn't say shit to him.
Not at all.
That's true. I get you. That's a good
rings. You could do anything with rings. It's unfortunate because there's a lot of quarterbacks who don't have the rings who should be able to do anything.
Yeah.
But
like Dan Marino.
Number 1 on that list.
Yeah. If he hadn't ran into a young Joe Montana, he might have one.
And Dan Marino was pretty much a dick on the field too to a lot of people, but he ain't got no rings to show for it. So but it's that ability to.
Yeah, going back into the topic, that was side note.
But that thing you have to make people rise to your, it's everybody don't have it, and it was great to see how Jordan explained that part of it, and how his teammates who say, yeah, sure, Jordan was an asshole, but look what he did for us.
Yeah.
And there's not one, except for maybe Craig Hodges, who didn't really appreciate.
I'm sure there's others. They just won't speak out.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're gonna have some that don't appreciate it.
And I think, it seemed like Jordan, because he cried at the end when he was explaining that you could tell he liked to be liked.
Yeah.
But
the will to win is hard.
The will to win. Yeah. And you could see, like, when the game wasn't going on, how he was joking with players.
Yeah.
And talking shit. Hell, gambling with security guards and shit. I mean, like, we probably gamble with anybody, but he was. You could tell that wasn't him all the time. It was just about the championship.
Yeah.
And that people looked at it as him just being an asshole all around. I think they put it all around on him, except for just his basketball.
Yeah, because I mean, we all played sports growing up. Okay, and there's always an alpha male on the team, and no matter what sport it is, by the way, and there's always one, and he's always If you're a good team, he's a bit of an asshole. It's just the way it is if you think about it. Because he's not going to allow you to halfway do shit.
You make you look bad.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So when you come to practice and maybe you don't feel like running that day, he's the dude that's going to call you out, talk shit about you. It's always one.
Always. Those are the days you wind up fighting in practice. Or after.
Sometimes those are needed.
Yeah.
Well, that's what that like. He punched Steve Kerr in the face, and Steve Kerr was like, "Nah, I know who you are, but I ain't back."
But think about it. Steve Kerr said after that he got his respect.
That's like a bully at school.
You got to.
You go to the bully, whether you win or lose. Don't get bullied. And most of the time, I've seen this before my own eyes. That bullies, and then when the kid getting bullied goes back at them, they end up having a good relationship.
Yeah. Well, bullies don't really like to be challenged.
Yeah. That's why they're bullies.
Yeah.
That's right. They look for the weakest. They don't bully somebody
that can whoop their
They
head.
ain't Hulk Hogan trying to bully Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
He bullies these little dudes that are just coming up.
Yeah.
You know?
But yeah, The Last Dance is great though.
It is, and I can't wait to see what he's going to be talking about Reggie Miller, because I know that was an annoying little gnat in his suit.
But that Pacers team was good as shit.
Yeah.
They just ran in the mic.
It took them to 7.
And
not many teams could do that.
Yeah. Them and the Knicks are the only two that's ever really I can think of.
They was just as skilled, and it was just as hard, because the Davis brothers.
Yeah.
And
Rick Smith.
Rick Smith could stretch the floor with his tall ass, and then you had Reggie, and then Mark Jackson was just the ultimate basketball point guard.
Yeah.
Then you had Travis Best and Jalen Rose coming off the bench.
Yeah. Man, Mark Jackson don't get the respect he deserves as a really good point guard, because he was.
Hold on, didn't he take the records from, what was it, Magic or Stockton or one of them for the assists?
But nobody paid attention to it.
He's in that rough part where before him it's Isaiah getting all the credit, and then by the time Isaiah leaves, Mark is already getting a little old. And you got these new guys coming up, and they just got mixed in the shuffle. And he was on Indiana.
Yeah, it's rough when you're in Indiana.
When he was on New York, he wasn't. He was overshadowed by Isaiah.
Yeah, because if Reggie Miller had played for the Knicks or the Pistons or something, and he would be bigger. But playing in Indiana, you don't get the media that you. He's big.
Pretty big. Yeah, he's pretty big with that. But there's a difference between Indianapolis and New York City.
Or if he played for the Lakers. Just think if Reggie Miller played for the Lakers,
we'd have never stopped winning.
Problem is, we might not have ever drafted Kobe either.
No.
But you didn't draft Kobe.
Well, that's right. We wouldn't have traded for Kobe. You're right. Well, shit. Reggie Miller and Eddie Jones?
The Hornets need their ass whooped for making that trade. In hindsight, you looking at it, y'all robbed them.
No. As a Lakers fan, they should be celebrated for doing that.
They gave you Kobe for Vlade Divac.
That's right. Eldon Campbell.
That makes the difference.
Hindsight's 20/20 most of the time.
You traded for Kobe, and
you got to tell this one little. Reggie Miller on Dan Patrick's show was talking about a story when he first played against Jordan in an exhibition game before the season. And like the game starts and Reggie Miller has like 10 points, and Jordan got like 2. Yeah. And he's killing him. And then somebody forgot on his team was like, "Look what you're doing, Jordan! Look what you're doing, Jordan!" And like the next 3 quarters, Jordan outscored him like 40-something to 2. And then going off the court, Jordan tapped him and said, "Don't you ever commit like Jesus."
Did you hear the one Kevin Garnett said?
No.
Kevin Garnett said, I forgot who the guy was on his team at that time that was playing Jordan. That was like a veteran. Mm-hmm. And he said, and at the time, they in the end of the third quarter, the dude, I think it was Joe Smith. No, it was somebody on his team. Kevin Garnett said he was a rookie, and this dude was like the man on their team when he first got there. And he said, and this dude, I forgot his name, had like 15 points or 20 points or something like that, and Jordan had like 3. Mm-hmm. And he said they was going into the fourth quarter, And Kevin Garnett, he said, I'm talking. I'm like, yeah, fucking do Mike. Do him. You got him. And he said, the dude on his team's like, whoa, yo, relax. And he said, nah, you got him. And he said they was coming out of timeout. And Kevin Garnett said, he was like, yeah, fuck Mike, you got him. Go ahead, keep doing him. And he said Mike kind of stood back with his hands on his hips and one leg like this. And he said he looked at him and looked at Kevin Garnett and looked at the dude. And he said the dude was like, oh, shit. And Kevin Garnett said, man, he said it was like a 4-minute span where Jordan reeled off like 20. And he said, and they called a timeout, and he said, you know, when you've been running and you come to the bench and, you know, you've been back on defense playing, he said, he came to the bench and he said, we sitting there like, and he said, you know, we like, what the hell happened? We was up 18, we down 2. And he said, he was like, and then he said, he just looked over at him, my bad, dog.
My bad, dog. You ain't know, man.
Yeah.
What? That's just like, what's it, the Dream Team scrimmage where Magic, they split the teams, the Magic team is just doing them left and right. Yeah. And then just George just, and a bunch of Hall of Famers just overtakes a Hall of Famer. It's not just like regular basketball teams. He just does it, man. It's just, I'm sorry, but.
Yeah, and I hated Jordan.
I hate him too. There will never be nobody greater. I don't care. There's no Steph Curry, Harden, LeBron, none of that crap. I
know we coming up towards the end of the segment, but we can start this. I told my kids last night, I don't care what team you decide you want to bring to anything. I'm never going to tell you that they could beat the 96 Bulls. Doesn't matter. I don't care from what era, what time.
And that said a lot when you couldn't stand them.
Yeah, I couldn't stand them. But that 96, that 72-10 96 Bulls team, you just, I mean, it didn't matter.
Well, no LeBron team is going to give him any problems.
No.
Golden State wouldn't get.
Golden State,
they could keep
might have took them to 7 because nobody took them to 7 in the finals.
They could have taken them to 7 in this era. Let's clarify that. In this era, they could have took 7. In that era, no. No.
I just like to see on the perimeter Steph, Clay, and Kevin Durant being matched up by Ron Harper, Pippen, and Jordan on the outside.
There is no match.
There's no match.
There's no match.
You know, they would have put Pippen on Curry, and that would have shut their whole offense down right there.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah. And then whoever Jordan is guarding, they ain't got a shot.
No.
Whether it's Clay or the
The only advantage they would have had was Kevin Durant.
Yeah, but they might have put Pip on Kevin Durant though. Really and
A
truly.
little longer.
Yeah.
But what I noticed.
No, they probably put Rodman on Kevin Durant.
From time to time. Put Pippen on Draymond.
Oh my God. See?
Draymond was self-check anyway, if he had played in that era.
Yeah, because Rodman would have had him out by the second quarter.
Yeah.
Well, I noticed about a lot of their scores that they showed on the games. I know it's a different way of scoring, different era, but a lot of those scores, Bulls was holding people in the 70s, low 80s, you know. They never scored in the 90s.
Me and Cliff was talking the other day. I told Cliff on the phone. I said, you got to think about all those highlights they show with Jordan getting the steal and breaking it away. Look who was guarding the dude. Pip was guarding the dude, and that dude lose the ball or try to throw it, and Jordan steal it.
Just get rid of it.
Yeah.
Jordan coming up. Yep.
Yeah. Because, well, I ain't going to get into that because that could be a whole other segment. Maybe we'll do that, when we come back. But
Piss off some millennials.
yeah, because just I guess as a preview, I don't know if we're going to do it this week or next week, but my kids tried to tell me that, one of my kids tried to tell me
I
that
was about to say,
LeBron, shut up, that LeBron could score 30 on Pippen. No, he said 20, he said the Miami LeBron would score 30 on Pippen.
30?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, that's what I said. No, never.
Miami LeBron was shook with JJ Barea guarding.
First of all, nobody's going to drop 30 on Pip. I said, you disrespecting how good Pip was.
It's because he didn't have a shoe. People don't respect people without a shoe, man. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. But that's the world we live in.
had a pip?
He ain't have a shoe, man.
Yeah, you ever have a pip, Cliff?
I never did.
And if he did, it was like a Walmart brand, so like Shaq's.
Man.
What Shaq have, whatever.
The Shaqs.
Yeah, but he didn't have a shoe, so therefore kids don't know who he is.
Yeah, and he played with Jordan, so all they hear about is Mike. But they don't understand how nice he was.
I mean,
Mike gave him his love though.
Yeah.
he was actually in the top 5 at all times.
Man. Mike retired and he still took them to the finals. Now they didn't get to the championship, and that's a bad mark on him that he set out, but
I mean, first year that was a bad call. We
won't stop.
The Bulls should have been in championship and not New York.
Yeah, but
it was a weird year, OJ and everything.
But yeah,
Like they slid that in.
94 was a weird year. We go on and on, but we'll be right back with some more Brews and Views.
that was funny.
Oh man.
Well, we are back. Yes, we are. Brews and Views. Back for another round on a Sunday afternoon edition. We got the NASCAR race in the background. Hasn't started yet, but it's going to be without fans. Not that you need fans in a NASCAR race. You can't hear them on TV anyway.
Can't really hear it when you're at the track.
Yeah, you can't really hear the track. Golf will be back. Boy, they have a thing this week with like 4 or 5 players.
I think so.
Yeah, Rory McIlroy and a couple other guys. And then coming up is Tiger Woods and Peyton Manning versus Tom Brady and Phil Mickelson, which is going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm watching. They're doing it for charity.
Right.
It's good to have sports back, slowly but surely. But we'll talk about a little of that later. Right now, we're going to talk about cheating and
Relationships or sports?
well,
You gotta
relationships and the different
Okay.
reasons why men and women cheat.
Okay.
Because they are different. Because men and women don't do anything the same. Look, the only thing equal about a man and a woman is their importance to the earth.
Starting early on a Sunday.
Refute what I just said.
No, yeah, you're right. Never mind. But go ahead.
And before I move on, I will repeat. The only thing equal about a man and a woman are their importance to the earth.
Oh, man.
We don't act the same. We don't do the same things. We don't feel this. We don't relate to each other in the same way. What? You want me to stop?
We just started to grow. The podcast just started to take off.
I'm just saying. I mean, if I'm wrong, say I'm wrong.
No comment.
Say it in the comment section if you think I'm wrong.
I'll just say this. All of the hosts, their views are their own.
That's right.
Everyone's
Everyone's responsible only for what they say.
But yeah, hey, get this. I think this just not. It's timing out or something. But yeah, cheating, and men and women, they all do it, and it's not. A man doesn't cheat just because it's a dog, ladies.
No.
Yes, you bitter women say that, but that's not the only reason.
They don't realize that if you treat her right, a dog is the most loyal animal.
Yeah, that's it. But there's definitely some science. Well, everything's science.
Yeah.
But there's definitely some science behind it, and I will tell you, you can find some of the answers in the creation story of Adam and Eve. And it's not just about, don't get hung up on how did the 2 people populate the earth bullshit. I don't want to hear that. We're talking about how they were created and how, so God made man was chilling, and he said man should be alone, so he took the rib and made a woman. Or he took a piece of Adam and made a woman. He took a part of him, one part. And so, there you go. No? Daughter doesn't want to watch this. But here you go. Hold it. Just hold it.
I don't like that one.
Okay. 3-year-olds. Hold on. Hold on.
I don't
Y'all
like
gotta pair
that
with me.
one.
Say hi to the audience. 3-year-olds, man, I'm telling you. What'd you do here? She likes her YouTube.
We all do.
Yeah, everybody.
There you go. So, he took a piece, he took a part of Adam and made a woman, a part of him. Versus, so if a woman is a part of a whole, therefore when she's trying to find that thing that makes, that she belongs to, you know, so she's going to treat her spouse a little different than we treat our spouse, even though love is different too. Love is, everybody doesn't love the same. Every type of love is not the same.
It's true.
The way a man loves a woman is not the same as the way a woman loves a man. Therefore, when the cheating happens, it's a different reason.
Yeah.
So, a woman to cheat, which is, people say that men do it more. I highly disagree. But I have no stats to back that up. Nor does anybody. You know, I think men get caught more.
That's what I was about to say. Maybe women are better.
Clearly.
They are clearly better at it.
And they pay attention more.
Yeah.
You know.
But a woman is doing it morely because the man is not making her feel like, you know, she's special or a part that whole that she came from. Neglecting, and maybe he's working too much, or you know, not making her feel special. Versus a guy doing it, it's not because he doesn't love her. It's not because he has other things that he loves too.
I think every guy loves that.
So yes, I love this part of me, but I also love my job. Or
oh yeah.
No, I'm gonna get there.
I don't love my job.
No, but no. Some people do. Not you.
Okay.
Some people love their job.
All right.
But there's other parts there's other things that makes a man whole versus just a woman.
Yeah.
But for a lot of times, and I'm not talking about the ambitious woman that that works and all that stuff, but a lot of their thing is making a happy home for their man and their kids.
Right.
And that's just not the way a man thinks about things. And just because he loves you doesn't mean he ain't gonna step out, because he's trying. As Patrice O'Neal said it.
Okay.
Not saying you.
I was about to say, as the
First of all, no, stop. When I speak of this, and this is for anybody listening, people say, no, I don't act that way. I don't do that. No, you don't. But on average.
Yeah, no, I got what you
No,
saying.
don't think like a woman there.
No, I'm not. Oh my God.
Yes, don't.
No,
think like
I'm not. What I'm saying is. What I'm saying is, as the one married guy in here,
Yes.
this is a hypothetical conversation. That's all I'm saying. You can go in any direction you want to go.
It's hypothetical for all three of us. Okay.
Well, I'm speaking on averages or in general.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when a man cheats, it's not just because he just a nasty dog, or he loves his woman, but naturally, as far as the animalistic nature of a man,
Yeah.
what does the lion do? Tell me, we've all watched National Geographic. What's a lion do? Cliff? What's a lion do? You laughing, but you know what I'm talking about.
Boy, yeah, I know.
What's a lion do?
Man, he's doing his thing. Man.
Well,
Then he had to soak them in the water.
Yeah. Cool. Gets the coolest nuts off of you.
They get overeaten.
He sits out there in the field while the women are showing which best woman can bring him the best meat, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The same thing for the male ape.
Yeah.
Sitting up there.
The alpha male.
The alpha male. And
Caesar.
Not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's right for human beings to be that way. I'm just saying that's the animalistic nature, that because we are animals.
Mm-hmm.
But we're a higher form, which is we're supposed to check these urges.
Supposed to.
We're supposed to check these urges, but when we don't, that is why. It's not because we're bad people, and they try to paint men as just, dogs and toxic masculinity and all this craziness. No, it's just we don't have too much control of our animalistic nature. But we should. I'm not saying in any way that.
Yes, we should control it.
Yes, yeah. This is just what it is, man. This is
But-
what it is.
Sure.
All right.
What?
Because I was getting ready to go.
Depends on what journey you're in too.
I was getting ready to go with something for the single fellas. I'm gonna throw a question to you. Is it wrong for y'all as single dudes to mess with girls that are in relationships, like if they're married or if they're with
Married, yes.
okay, if they're in a relationship
No.
with a dude?
A relationship, not marriage.
Gotcha. Okay.
I wouldn't do it because KRS says you sleep with a man, that's your husband. That's what he said. I hold some of his words in high regard. But I would think about it. But if you're married, no, I don't do that sort of thing.
Cliff, hypothetically speaking, I'm not gonna put you on blast. Hypothetically speaking,
No, you should.
I don't think that was a question. If you would you?
yeah, hypothetically speaking,
Would you?
No. No. No.
But if I come across you and you know what I talk to you and I say, yo, you got a husband? She's like, no, but I do got a friend or a boyfriend. That's not going to deter me one bit.
Why should have? She opened the door for you.
She should have talked to me.
Yeah. Well, no, saying, oh, I just got a friend. No, she opened the door right there.
But she might be looking for the best alpha male to.
She's comparison shopping.
There we go.
I never heard it put like that. Comparison shop.
That's what it is.
Okay.
That's what.
Decisions need to be made.
We all comparison shop before we put the ring on it, so to speak.
Right.
You got to try the shoe on before you walk out the store with it.
You do.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, relationships, man, they're easy to get in, hard to maintain, and once you put the ring on, it's hard to get out.
It's still hard to maintain.
Yes,
Take it from the married
it's
guy.
hard to maintain.
There are plenty of days that, well, I'm not going to get into that. Yeah. that.
Well, I'll get into it from my experience of it. There's plenty of days where you just want to choke the shit out of them.
Because my wife may be listening.
Yeah.
No, I never have those stories. But yes, hypothetically speaking, there are those days
I'm a different guy.
you want to bust the head too wavy.
Yeah.
I mean, but hypothetically,
And people have been married for long years. That doesn't mean they never had that feeling. Some people just know how to weather through it.
Man, listen.
But some people don't, and some people actually do bust their head to the white meat.
Well, try not to do that. You don't condone the violence on women, but try not to do that. But listen,
I don't condone violence on men neither.
well, that's true too, because there's some dudes getting their ass whooped by their girl,
Yeah.
which,
Johnny Depp.
I mean, never mind. I'm not, because,
It happens.
Yeah, I'm not calling any names out.
yeah, no.
I'm not doing that.
But there are times when
But I do know.
me and the wife argue. I told y'all, there's times we was coming to a cookout that we was all at, the crew having a good fight. And the whole way to it, me and her are in the car like, God damn it, you get on my nerves. You get on my nerves. Fuck you. Fuck it. But then when we got out the car, we went, hey, how y'all doing? Everybody good? Yeah.
Teamwork.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
It's something about how, no matter how much you love each other, it's something about having a man and a woman together in a closed space for years. It can't be all peaceful. It's impossible. If there is, I need somebody to hit it in the comment section. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Like you've never had, not saying an argument, but one of those yelling type of arguments. If you've never had If you've never had one of them, I need to know who these people are.
Me either. Me too.
If you've never had one, I need you to go seek counseling. 'Cause you're not normal.
Or you're hiding something back,
Or something.
Something. Yeah.
I'm just gonna say this. We recording in this room right now. This is my man cave room. There is a reason that these exist. There's a reason that man caves exist.
You know why men need man caves? Because women have the whole relationship and house to themselves.
Different.
So we just want one little section.
This is the one little room where what I want matters.
That's why we're in here.
Yeah, that's why we're in here.
When you go to anybody's house, a couple that you know, most of the house that you see is decorated by a woman.
Yeah.
It's
I can attest to that.
it really is.
I had no input on how my house looks except for this room.
Man doesn't care.
No.
Does it have a couch? Does it have a TV?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm good.
I did a lot of drilling and hanging.
Okay.
Where I was told to put it.
You weren't drilling and hanging for yourself.
No, that's where I was told to put it. But yeah.
Hence why you're able to escape to the man
Man
cave.
Yeah, exactly.
And once again, it goes back to men and women are not equal in any form.
He went back there.
He did. We tried to get away.
He went back there.
I'm gonna keep bringing it up until it's drilled in people's heads. We are not equal except with our importance to the earth, because we are both equally important to the earth.
So, should we forward those emails and letters that come in
This is our own company.
to our personal email?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
read them. I'm gonna respond to.
Absolutely.
And then I'm gonna set up a live stream so that I can talk to these people.
The ones that come in, we'll just send it to our prayer. Here you go.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
What happens?
We'll record an episode of him opening them.
Yeah, that may be a new episode. We'll record opening the angry emails.
I don't see the big big hoopla.
We know you don't see it.
We also know if you did see it, you wouldn't care.
I wouldn't care.
You wouldn't be you.
That's right.
Yeah. So yeah.
I did come up with that deal the other day. I was hammered though.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all right.
But hammer just speaks your what's.
Yeah. Usually they say it removes your filters when you've been drinking.
I can attest to that.
I must be drunk all the time. Good times.
Good. It is.
Good times. I don't think I got my point across like I wanted to, but it's okay.
The mic's open. Knock yourself out.
We had a couple laughs. I don't know. I think the main thing is I wanted to talk about, but y'all didn't want to talk about, so I ain't gonna talk about it. Because I was gonna try to get to the women's national team. But
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll catch y'all in a minute.
And that's a wrap on this segment. We'll be back.
So apparently we'll be back.
All right.
Y'all are straight clowns.
This dude here.
Y'all are straight clowns.
Oh boy.
That is a wrap.
If you ever changed, I wouldn't fuck with you.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
I would not.
I was about to say, we knew it was you.
It's like spit hot fire. Back with Brews and Views. Quiet. COVID-19 has got us without sports right now. We got NASCAR on in the background with no fans, which not that it needs it. But
You can't hear fans in
can't have
NASCAR.
fans anyway. So, and then we had the UFC last week, but you really don't need fans with that either.
Right.
So we're gonna see soon if we're gonna have some sports. I know that NFL is still on schedule what they're trying to do. Baseball's trying to get started by July, but the college football is I'm worried about for one because without students on campus, you can't have college football.
It's wrong.
No, wait. And what's it? California just that all their state schools are they're not even so whatever California state school it is, they're not even going to attempt to.
Well, those schools that don't even factor in like was it Cal State Fullerton and stuff like that.
Well,
the ones that.
But USC is a state school.
I'm gonna put it to you like this. I don't even know if
Cal Berkeley.
I don't even know if you.
This was like the Cal State. So like.
Well, yes, a state school like a Virginia State.
Yeah, but that ain't none of them
Well,
Pac-10 schools.
California is.
All I'm
University
saying
of
is,
California is not no Cal State.
all I'm saying is, they will find a way around it. They will find a way around it for the multi-billion-dollar college football.
I mean, they'll find a way around it, but is it worth it?
No, but
Because
a billion-dollar industry is going to happen.
Well, it ain't gonna be $1 billion this year. I mean, they taking a hit. I mean, even if they play them, they taking a hit.
True.
And like they were saying, I heard on the Paul Finebaum show a few weeks ago.
Now.
So they were talking about like with these college programs, 70% of their money that they get is from the gate. So if you don't have fans, they're taking a huge hit. Now we know those numbers are a little different when you talk about the pros. Most of their money is coming from the big TV contract. But,
True.
I mean, it's still money to be made, I guess. But it's going to be, I mean, when you factor in the reduced amount versus the safety and the PR hit, that's why I'm not so sure it's going to be any type of college football season.
But then the problem, especially with it, which means there's not going to be any other because college football funds all the other
A
programs.
lot of athletic departments,
And
that's
that's
right.
where I was getting ready to say. So there'll be a Power 5 college football season. The smaller schools, the Appalachian States, the I don't know, small Division III schools, they probably won't have a season because their football team can't sustain.
I give you that. If it could happen at all,
They
it
don't
would-
have
if-
TV
If
contracts.
it could happen at all, it would be.
But all the
With the
Power
Power
5,
Five.
but all the Power 5 teams ain't going to play either, though.
I think they will. I think they'll play other.
No, I think they'll be like, because what they were talking about, if you can get 75% safe from the ACC, because it's a good chance that all won't play, then you find another conference that has maybe 75 or 50% or whatever, and they'll merge it just for this season.
I think every Power 5 team will play.
Maybe. I guess it's going to depend on like each locale,
Yeah.
like and the rules in that locale.
I think they're all.
Like if they allow, the
because
certain
if,
amount of people or what have you.
because if you're a smaller Power 5 school, if you're Wake Forest or
Mm-hmm.
TCU or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
right now without the other conferences, you may go to a bigger bowl game.
Maybe.
The Alabamas, it ain't gonna affect. The Alabamas, the Clemsons, they gonna go to the
They'll
bowl
be fine.
games.
But,
Yeah.
but like,
I'm not
like
even
you said,
talking about bowl games. Like,
But you-
that ain't
yeah,
even
just
just
the
the bowl
game.
game, just the games in general.
But like a
Well,
Wake
they gonna
Forest, like you said, Wake Forest, they still,
They're
I mean,
gonna
they
have-
still subject to whatever rules the state of North Carolina got.
Then they'll just play all away games or something. They will have them, I think, because college football is a multi-billion-dollar business. And for all it's about the athletes, it's about the athletes.
That's bullshit.
That's bullshit.
That's bullshit.
Now, high school's not going to play. I
Oh,
don't
no,
think
no.
high school's going to play.
No, nothing below college is playing.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's going to be college, but absolutely nothing below that.
I don't think it's going to be college except for the Power Fives because they're too big not to play.
So
The
they-
rest of them,
So they're going to move all of the ones that do play, they're going to move them to like Florida and Georgia where they can.
pretty much,
So, I mean,
every game you'll play will be in Florida,
Florida,
Georgia, or Las Vegas or something.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
I mean, if it can be done, it will be something like that.
I mean,
I'm skeptical about them
It's
doing that.
multi-billion, but I'm not sure the major league sports is going to come back this year.
Well, they got
Oh, they all come.
TV. They got TV
They
contracts
control.
funding them.
And that's why I said college football, because college football has TV contracts. So the Power Five will play.
No one gives a shit about Notre Dame.
ACC network, SEC network.
No one gives
Yeah.
a shit.
But Notre Dame will play because they played the Power 5.
Just because they, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but
He's supposed to go to Ireland and play a football game.
that's what I was about to say. But if you jam your season's probably done. If you,
So no college football here in Virginia?
except for UVA and Tech, everybody else is probably gonna be done.
Well, it also depends on how fast they want to allow kids back on campus too.
That still takes time.
Yeah.
Because you can't just let them on campus and be like, yo, we starting up.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I was getting ready to say. They will allow some way, somehow, even though it probably puts them at risk, some way, somehow, they will allow the football players to be on campus.
But how much money is it generating other than the TV contract?
Nothing. But the TV contracts are so big, they're not gonna not play. And it may come to the point where the college football team is having virtual practices.
I still don't understand what that means.
I still don't either.
Yeah,
I'm with you. I don't
I
either.
don't understand what that means.
it's coach tell you what to do over the computer, and it's on you whether you go to do it. They may get to the point where they're doing that shit and then showing up Saturdays to play. But they will play some version of college football in the Power 5, I think.
I guess that we want football that bad because that's clearly going to be some piss poor football.
Yeah, but
I mean, clearly. Do we want it that bad?
this is the United States of America. In the fall, there better be some football around.
I feel you. I'm with you. But do we want it that bad?
You know how Europe does soccer?
No, I do not.
Well,
It's the most popular sport. You should learn.
It's the most popular sport outside of this country.
well, that's where I was going. Because you know how Europe does soccer? Well, we do football like that in America.
Okay.
American football will be played in the fall come hell or high water.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Especially, I gotta figure out how to say this. Especially with those of a lighter complexion,
Oh boy.
feeling that they need to have football. They're already protesting that the states should be open.
Oh, okay.
If that makes sense, I'm trying to say it in a nice way.
I mean, I understand.
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't, but they.
I don't understand what you're trying to
Oh, you know what I'm saying.
So what you're saying is there's no black people wanting football?
I'm not saying that.
No.
But what I'm saying is, those of the darker complexion don't really have the power.
Oh, well, it has nothing to see. Why you gotta take it that way? Just say people in power.
Because
You
there's
said that?
Yeah.
yeah,
Say right. No, but y'all talk about me and my female viewers. You know what I'm
but
saying? Just say people in power.
okay,
Yes.
but the people in power
Mm-hmm.
are older
Yes, for sure.
and they're of a lighter complexion.
So you're talking about in charge of the NFL?
In the NFL, in the government, they are of a lighter complexion.
But you're talking about one side too. So I don't think the full government cares one way or another about football.
Not exactly football in itself,
Yeah.
but the $9 billion industry that football is.
10 billion now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they care about.
They might, but I think at this point it's whatever. I don't think they care whatsoever
And
about that.
I ain't mean to cut you off,
Yeah.
but I don't think it's a lighter versus darker thing.
I think that's
I
exactly what you said.
Well, that's what I'm
No,
clarifying.
no.
It's a green thing.
That's what it is. It's green. It has nothing to do.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
What I'm saying is I try not to bring race into everything
Right.
because I'm myself personally. This is just for me personally. I rise above that bullshit.
Okay.
Just like
But-
all this shit going on now. I don't.
I don't think. My bad. I don't think he was really trying to bring racism into it as much as he was saying those that are making
The
those type of decisions are. That's just not us.
Maybe so, but it doesn't need to be said that way. Is what I'm saying.
Well, it does need to be said
I don't think so.
because
Well, he didn't say it till you started asking questions.
yeah,
We got what he was saying.
Yeah.
You wanted him to elaborate.
they make the decisions. Okay, let's just put it out there. They make the decisions,
Yeah, I understand.
but the
you're saying.
decisions don't affect them as much because the guys that are put in risk.
Are all colors.
Thank you.
I know that.
Yes, that's where I was
I know,
going.
but I look. I don't give a shit about white people running the country. I don't give a shit about that. I really don't.
We have an orange man running the country.
Thank you. He is
See,
orange.
That's what we're gonna get into later another time. Is that he's not really running shit. But that's another topic.
That's a whole nother topic, and that's a whole nother segment of viewers we can piss off.
You mean the orange man part?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Well, I mean, he's right. He's not.
He's not.
He's not.
He's just a face.
He's just a face, but
No, there's no but. And this is what I want to talk about another segment, which is what we're gonna get into. Like, why are people so unwilling to believe in something else, as far as quote unquote conspiracy or?
Because nobody wants to admit they're wrong.
that's a big problem in this country. But
Yep.
that's a whole nother topic. We back on college football.
Hey, there's some.
Well,
I think
some specs of that tie into it,
I
though.
think it ties into it.
Some specs of it.
I really do think it ties into it.
Yeah.
Fellas, we're trying to keep the light-skinned viewers here.
No, I'm just trying to bring what I feel my truth is. I don't give a fuck who listens or not.
Full transparency.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. I'm cool, but you know.
And actually next week that's what we're going. Next time we're going to talk about. We're gonna talk about opening up your belief system.
Full disclosure for those that are listening. I don't know how many people are still listening, but for those that are listening, I have a degree in business, so I think in business sense, even for this podcast, Art doesn't.
Nor do I give a shit.
So that's where we're laughing and talking, but you miss some of the behind the scenes discussions and things of that nature. Full disclosure. So yeah.
I mean, really, I would like. I mean, if it's monetized and we're making money, that's fine. But my whole goal is just to put my fucking words on the internet. That's what my goal is.
Yes, I get it, and that's why I say a full disclosure because, you know, nothing against you, brother. Love you to death, but monetizing art is a art form. Shall we say? Am I right, Cliff?
Unintended.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, maybe we're not supposed to discuss this during the podcast, but
No, that's probably a topic for another one. What you should do.
A delicate legal balancing act.
I mean, we do have sponsors, or we, get more sponsors.
We don't have any yet.
Not yet, but okay. Maybe we shouldn't talk about that just yet, but okay.
We'd like some.
Yeah.
We take all kinds. We take all kinds.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm the reason that we don't get it, I'm sorry, but it is what it is.
I'm not saying you're the
No,
reason.
we're not.
No, that's exactly what y'all was saying. Y'all sorry son of bitches. What y'all are saying? Your mouth and your views are not going to get us monetized. Is what you're saying.
Well, I mean,
If we truly believe that, we wouldn't be sitting here with you.
Yeah, no.
No, we're sitting here because we're the three best friends that anyone can have. We're the three best friends that anyone can have. That's why we're sitting here.
Okay, it wouldn't be a microphone recording this shit if we didn't believe that.
But a
Okay.
microphone should have been recording us for years.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Okay. Okay.
But that's, I mean, yeah, I'm just here to have fun if it brings money. I'm here, look, first of all, I'm here to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here to,
That's why we're all here, realistically.
I'm here to put my words out into the world versus just my words in my job and my friends, my close
Yeah.
circle.
we're just recording our normal conversation.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
Yeah.
that's all we're
Pretty
doing.
much.
But if it happens to bring money, then
I'm
great.
not mad at it.
Then great.
Right.
I can vouch for that.
Yeah.
They do talk like this all the time. You should see the behind the scenes meetings. These guys have no filter. I'm just an engineer. I just sit here and listen to their bullshit.
We're not currently governed by the FCC.
Yes, no, we're not. It may happen one time, and I'm sure we'll get kicked out of some places. But that's not the point.
Can't. Well,
Yeah.
depends on the platform. Because YouTube is kicking people off left and right.
And we're on YouTube right now.
Yeah, but we're
Keywords right now.
Like I said, this is our last episode. Yeah.
We're on there now. You can go to YouTube, Brews and Views podcast on YouTube. Check us out.
Yeah.
But just to go back to the college sports real quick, UVA still the champs in basketball. Why? We're still the champs.
For 2 years.
That's right. That's right. So, it's brought a good thing.
Yeah, I wonder how much money did the NCAA lose for closing the March Madness?
No, billion. Gotta be.
I mean, that's because the reason I asked that is because if the NCAA lost billions on March Madness, I can assure you they will not close college football. I'm just positive.
If it's a way that it can be open, they will do it. I'm
That's what I was
confident
gonna
in
say.
that.
Now, we're not talking about
I'm not 100% that there is a way. But if there is a way, they will find it. I give you that.
We're not talking about the colleges themselves. We're talking about the four-letter NCAA
Yes.
institution.
Yes.
Yeah, that I want to rail against at some point.
Well, they
Oh,
need-
we can have that conversation.
I really want to rail
Because
against them.
If anybody needed to be tarred and feathered,
We can have that conversation.
they
I
do.
think we're
Yeah.
all in agreement that
Yeah.
that's New Age slavery, but that's a
Yeah.
whole different. We can spend a whole segment on that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a part of it for a while.
It's
Matter of fact, that is going to be a topic on one of the
Terrible
upcoming
organization.
episodes
It's a terrible
Really?
organization.
Yes, it is.
because that is some.
It shouldn't be.
It's all about them making money off of you and you not being
Off of free
Yeah,
labor.
That's what it is. That's what
and
it
you
is.
not being able to do anything about it.
Yes.
Or even just get a little okay. I don't understand how it was Chase Young who we just drafted, Redskins just drafted.
Yes.
Somebody gave money to fly his girlfriend to the bowl game.
Cost two tickets.
I don't understand that.
Because in the four-letter word handbook, that can constitute as being a gift.
Sure, okay, but
You can't accept gifts.
I just look now. I totally get. Okay,
We're gonna have to get into this.
but okay, you want to come to my school, giving your parents a job and a house. That might be a little just to get you to come to school. That's that's very shaky.
Yes.
Levada McCray.
Bush McCray and but to look, a booster or somebody giving you $20 so you can eat or go to fly your girlfriend to a bowl game after the season, I don't understand it.
You can't
Because
have
that's
a job. That's extra.
Your salary is your tuition.
Yes. You can't have a job. You can't. And
You mean my tuition that teachers are just passing me on because I play sports and I'm not going to class anyway and I'm just going to the league?
absolutely. But
Yeah.
you can't have a job, so you
I-
can't have a part-time job like normal students.
Uh-huh.
And
So what's the reason? I understand. I know the rules. I just want to know is there somebody who gives a reason for it? Not the taking money from boosters and stuff, but having a job.
all right,
I don't understand.
you know what? On our next episode, this will be.
I need to know now. Why can't you have a job? That's all
Because
I'm asking.
here's the other
It's
issue.
one job.
Here's the other
You
issue.
should really save that.
Because we're
You should
gonna
really
save
save
that.
that.
That's a good tease. But here's the other issue in that.
A fucking job.
The NCAA mandates that you only spend 20 hours a week, including game time, on that sport. Which, if anybody that's ever played in NCAA,
20 hours.
yeah,
That's a drop in the bucket.
that is complete and utter bullshit. But we'll leave that to next time.
Yeah.
We'll leave that to next time.
Tune in next time. Yeah.
Yes, tune in the next time. We'll get into the
You know
NCAA.
why they can't have a job?
Next
You
time.
gotta wait, man.
Next time.
Well, let's record it now.
Maybe we will later, but that's next time.
Yeah.
But anyways, don't forget to like and subscribe.
And this is, like and subscribe and share and all that stuff, but this is Arthur Carrington talking right here. This is not my two friends. If I could blow up some people,
Oh my God.
it would be NCAA.
Well, just cancel us now.
Arthur Carrington
It was nice working with y'all.
in
Yeah,
Rikers,
yeah. Enjoyed every minute of it.
in Rikers, Virginia. Look me up. You'll find me.
I hope
Come see me.
absolutely nothing happens to the NCAA.
It was nice working with you fellas. This is a
And the
good
government.
idea.
I
Oh my God.
Lord have mercy.
This is a good idea. I like you guys. It was nice.
Yeah, man. Listen.
It was nice. Because this is probably our last episode.
Yeah, y'all my boys for life. I'll say that on there. I tell you that off air. But
This is probably our last episode.
Yeah.
And, yeah, cool. Don't forget to like and subscribe and
It's been
share. And if you see us in a couple of weeks, God bless. Because I'm not sure if we're going to be
Yeah.
on there. And you check us out on
I ain't scared.
Stitcher and what else we on?
Podbean.
Podbean.
Working
and,
on iTunes.
what's the other one we're on?
might be out in somebody's front yard.
What's the other one we're on? Stitcher, Podbean,
I don't know. I'm drunk.
Spotify.
Spotify.
Oh, Spotify.
Check us out on Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean. If you need to contact us, and I'm sure you will, hit us up on Brews and Views Pod at yahoo.com.
Or ARTIEMC78 at Yahoo if you want to hit me up directly. And, you know, I ain't scared of you.
I
Yeah.
encourage anyone to hit him up. I encourage that.
So yeah. Or you can find us on YouTube. And
Hopefully.
yeah, shout out to Jay Sean with his King Time Beats. Album coming out soon, right?
Oh.
Might take a minute.
Yeah, it's
but
gonna take a minute.
He working hard on his album.
Shout out to our other intern. I ain't seen him, but
Well,
He's cutting.
we might need to get another one.
our intern is on a date with his girlfriend right now,
Oh.
so yeah,
Well, we cut him some slack then.
yeah, so he's
Young, stupid love.
yeah. So yeah, the intern is not with us right now.
Okay.
So, but yeah, cool.
Peace.
This is Brews and Views. All right, Cliff.
Yo, we'll catch y'all next time, hopefully.
Yeah.
All right,
Fuck the man.
peace.
Peace.
Yeah, that's probably our last one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, cool. That's probably our last one. It was
Yeah.
cool though.
Hold off on ordering that microphone.
Yeah,
Just hold off.
might not need it.
Hold off on that.
We may not need it. This is our last one, and